Hello, everyone, and welcome to Beyond Reality. I'm SOLRETA Antaria, and this week we've got some exciting things to share from a show that happened on the weekend. And I also want to talk a little bit about nature spirits and things because it's coming up heavily at the moment. So before we get into the cards, I just want to remind you guys to jump on over to Beyond Mystic on YouTube and like, share, subscribe. Make sure you're hitting those buttons, and we love it when you guys leave comments and things as well. Plenty of interesting shows coming up. Also, you can jump on over to Rumble because there is a lot of things that we can't necessarily view on this platform that we can also view over on Rumble. So hello to those of you watching on Rumble. We also have on beyondmystic.net, you'll find where we have the consultation. So you can see there's a few new practitioners and therapists and sessions and things available over here. You can see the gorgeous Meg and Sarah. And you can see right down the bottom, we've got my mystical oracle readings, and we have the starseed origins readings too. So for a lot of you that have had starseed origin readings, I've been seeing a few of you pop back in from mystical oracle readings, which has been really lovely to reconnect during this new year. So yeah, use the code Beyond Mystic in all caps to also save on that booking. And we also have the Beyond Galactic show coming up, which will be on February the 9th, 8 p.m. So this is an exciting show that we also had last week. And in the show, it was interesting. I had some really, really beautiful comments. So I just want to say, first of all, thank you to our amazing, gorgeous community. I just feel so loved and so honored by your beautiful words. So thank you for that. And I also wanted to point out, so I got a few people mention about things that they see in my videos. So the last couple of weeks on Beyond Reality, we've also been sharing spirits and orbs and ribbon orbs, things like this in the background. So if I just unclick this and we sort of zoom out, this was just a still taken from the live stream that we did with Janine and JC on the weekend on Beyond Galactic. And you can see here, I've just circled 3 of the faces that people have pointed out. So my good friend John sent me a photo and pointed out like some of the beings and things. And then my partner also was like, oh, hold on a minute, there's another one. So if I zoom back in, you can see with my little arrow or my little button, here is like a bottom part of kind of like a nature spirit face, a chin, a mouth. We've got a nose, eyes, and sort of like an interesting shaped head. We see this one has kind of like more of an ET type face. You can even see eyebrows, a nose, almost like a bit of a mustache, perhaps. And these ones are more sort of like interdimensionals or nature spirits. So these are beings that actually live just outside our vibrational 3D reality, more in the 4th dimension. So these are the ones that we would often classify as fairies and nature spirits or elementals back in the Dark Ages or the Middle Ages, and like the witchy times and things, and in the times of the Druids. So this one down the bottom, we see here around where I've got my little cursor, there's the chin, there's a nose, there's some eyes, and there's almost like these antler type beings. And we notice in some of like the Brian Farrell fairy drawings, and I just saw 333, which for me is a sign of the guardians that live outside of our realm, literally trying to give us messages. So 333 for me is usually like a heads up, clues or information drops coming in from the matrix, or things to do with we're on the right track. So that was an interesting timing. But yeah, you often notice in the Brian Farrell fairy pictures that you'll see little antlers and things. And perhaps I might even get that deck for us for next week. I'll have a look and see if I can find it. But yeah, I just want to share with you guys amazing pics. So thank you, John, and thank you also to my partner who pointed out some too. And let's start this week with an oracle card. Or actually, before we do that, the crystals that wanted to come are selenite, which is a great one for cleansing and protecting. Anything ending in I, we don't really want to get wet. So if you are cleansing and working with this, you know, having it in salt or having it out in the moonlight is a great way to cleanse and work with this. You can actually work with these as one. So they're great in energy healing and things too. They're also really great to do with like cleansing negative energies and sweeping out of the aura. We also have this beautiful druzy quartz. Some people call it spirit quartz, but you can see it's a little bit bumpy. I've terminated, almost like a little kind of amethyst sheen that we see to it as well. or a lilac color. So this is a very special one. Some of these are also connected to do with like interdimensional portals. I have actually seen one that has a beautiful, almost like vortex in one of these. And it is said that some of these can also take things out into other dimensions when we're talking about dark or negative, spirits and things like that. They're really, really good. But yeah, the Druzy or Spirit Quartz is a very special crystal with this one. So let's have a look into the Wild Wisdom Australia deck, which is by, let me just turn this around, Corinne Roberts and Bonnie Hughes. And the card that we got actually came up on the show that I did with Coco, which was 4 p.m. last Friday, which was so much fun. If you guys haven't seen her show, you should go check it out. She's amazing. She just lights up. So we had this card come up during the show, and it's come up again today, and it's Green Sea Turtle. So divine timing, water magic, timing, voyage, old secrets, and compassion. Home is where the heart is. And I'm just going to read this out of the book. So home is where the heart is. That is, our nature is connecting to the elements, flora and fauna and the stars. Green Sea Total Wisdom offers emotional strength and perseverance and comes with a gentle reminder to maintain balance. Green Sea Turtle is a symbol of peace that reminds you to slow down. When you take a moment for yourself, connect with the animal spirit to help you ground and connect to Mother Earth. The energy of the Green Sea Turtle holds ancient wisdom that can be called upon whenever you have a long-term goal in mind. Slow and steady wins the race. As the old saying goes, and there's no rushing for divine timing. Embrace your creativity and let it flow through you. If you are in a helping profession, call on Green Sea Turtle to keep you steady. These souls have immense compassion, but also know how to dispel any energy that isn't theirs. So Green Sea Turtle travel thousands of miles each year to lay their eggs. They are the currents. They use the currents and the times to arrive precisely, or for their precise arrival. So these are, therefore, they ask that you trust in the universe. Know that you are where you are meant to be right now. Just be patient. So you can call on Green Sea Turtle for assistance to make decisions, to slow down so that you can take the bigger picture in, to ground, to reconnect with nature for emotional support and strength, to understand how to take on energy or emotions, or to not take on energy and emotion of others. So its advice is slow down, embrace the journey. Everything happens at the right time. So it's also for Anahata, for your heart chakra, and also for your Ajna, the third eye. So the color is green and purple. The mantra is, animal spirit guides me. I'm strong, creative, and protected. So it's such a cute little one, that one. So yeah, remembering also, like in terms of protection, that they have those soft bodies. They're old, they're wise, but they also have that protective shell too. So let's have a look and see what Spirit has in mind for us this week. And I'm just going to close off a couple of these windows, make sure that we have a little bit more power in terms of streaming. Okay. And let's pick some cards for this week. So seeing what Spirit wants us to focus on for this week, for our beautiful Beyond Mystic community, and specifically connecting to do with Beyond Reality. So what I actually see coming in is a bubble actually kind of surrounding all of us as an awareness and as a collective consciousness. And I actually feel that this is a bit of a bubble of protection. I'm just also feeling what I call spirit tears. And what I mean by spirit tears is sometimes when we're looking into questions or tuning in, Spirit will give us what feels like to be just a couple of tears coming out of one of the eyes. So there's something that Spirit's wanting to draw our attention to do with protection, and to do with kind of being held, and to do with almost like an energetic or vibrational sheltering is what I'm seeing. But I keep feeling that they're talking about like the group as kind of like a being or as a collective. So I'll feel into these 5 cards that we've got and see what our Spirit is showing. So yeah, I do get a bubble. The other thing that I get is light language too, and I'm hearing the word activation. So let's bring this through and then I'll translate into English. And for those of you listening at home too, if there's anything that you feel or any kind of experience, and whether it's a vision or an emotion or things that you connect with or a color or you get a download, I would love to hear it in the comments below, whether you're on YouTube or Rumble, or even if you want to drop an emoji. So I'll bring this through. Alushonarataka lanahahanar, ananal loharanartake, nyasanan tukaya naladaratukoela, Yashanana tukaya lanari, Yanara takaya lanartukoela sur, Yashanana tukaya lanihar, Malusuna tukaya naratakaya lahatar, Alasanara tukaya nehato, Yashanara takaya lanarahera, Malasonara tukaya nalaharta, Yalanara tukaya lahasonartake, Yashanara tukaya lanarayartake, Malasonartukoyanaratukoyanara. Okay, so the English translation of what I was getting, there was a few different things. So let me just like anchor it with, there was something around portals. What I also saw though before the portals was just this beautiful frequency uplifting. And as we know, like bubbles, they tend to kind of rise up or tend to be kind of floating. So I saw that around our beautiful soul collective as a healing, protective frequency. And I also saw that it was trying to kind of like buffer against certain vibrations and certain shifts and changes. I saw like a sheltering and protection energy. The other thing that I also saw was providing like an uplifting energy, and one that Spirit was showing me of wanting to kind of like, it's almost like the bubble. We can be in this environment or this chaotic energy happening on Earth right now, but we're like a little bit buffered, a little bit sheltered. So we can still see through the bubble, was what they were showing me, but there's a sheltering and protection. And I just kept feeling this connection to nature spirits. I kept feeling a connection to more of like, I would say like, a high universal consciousness that felt very loving, very wise. I also felt that it was like a god goddess frequency that was very protective as well. But with this, I also saw like energetic portals and things opening. And this actually reminds me of an experience that I had a couple of nights ago. So my partner and I were asleep and woke up to a big flash of light within the bedroom at the end of the bed. And I saw this white kind of like portal. And it was really interesting because, having seen things my whole life, it's nice to also have validation when other people are waking up to the same stuff or seeing things. So a few minutes later, after trying to go back to sleep, because this kind of thing can be a little bit normal for me, but trying to go back to sleep, there was like a rustling of like plastic or something in the room. So there was definitely like a being that was in there. It did not feel scary at all. It actually felt like a light being. And what Spirit was showing me when we were talking about this bubble and this protective energy or kind of force field around us at the moment, for those of us that are asking for protection or those of us that are asking to be like uplifted and kind of like wrapped in love and surrounded, there is other energies and other multidimensional beings that are also looking out for us. So definitely always use your discernment. Ask for only beings that work for your best and highest good, or beings that love you unconditionally, and really like send or move anything frequency wise back to source, and changing and shifting your vibration if you do feel anything that is of a lower nature or lower frequency. So let's flip the cards over. Let me know what you felt. So we have the Sun, the Chariot, the Prince of Wands, the card of virtue, and the card of completion. So I do feel, oh my gosh, and this, we were talking about like the bubble energy too. And look at this, we have the Sun, which kind of looks like a bubble, uplifted, filled with light. We see these cherubs that have the butterfly wings as well. So this is also about spiritual transformation. So we're really getting hit with higher codes, higher waves of frequency, solar energies and things at the moment that are helping activate our light body. So with this bubble energy, it also could be referencing the light body. I have actually filmed UFOs that look like bubbles or look like what I call pearls of light. These are mostly like Pleiadian energies, the ones that I've seen. And you can even see like within some of these photos, the being sort of sitting there, like navigating and flying. When you see things like this, always tune in to like your frequency, see if there's any messages and things coming in, and only connect with those that love you unconditionally. Really important to state that 3 times because we don't want to connect with anything of a lesser vibration. We also see that in this, there is protection. So with the Chariot, we see that his little heart has this protective armor. So even though the bullets may have hit, he's not experiencing any pain or anything like that. It's kind of like water off a duck's back. But we also see this whirling vortex of light, this portal opening. And interesting because we were talking about how spirit, gave that portal. And this is why I love reading the cards upside down too, because spirit always will use the cards more as a secondary thing. It's more that they go by transmitting the vision and transmitting the feeling, emotion, the story, the words. So we are seeing that we're going through this next stage of where portals and things are going to be opening up more. We also see Prince of Wands, which is not only like Leo energy, heart energy, Phoenix energy, moving towards things that are spiritual or having a spiritual perspective or a take on things. It's also another Chariot. So this stuff can be moving or coming into our reality quite quickly. We're also going to see a lot more signs that come in that we can't really kind of like have logic for, or we can't just like analyze with the mental mind. So really look in for like the spiritual influence that comes with these messages, these experiences. Please be like writing them down at the moment or kind of recording them or keeping record of them somehow. With this card, we quite often see butterflies. So in the other decks, it'll represent like butterflies of transformation. It is Sun and Aries. For me, this always represents sort of like that, the 2 of Wands, that duality energy, the 3rd one coming in, that aspect from higher self and God. So what I've had come up in readings lately too is also that we are infusing or kind of opening up our temples, our physical vessel to hold more of our light. So this is cycle of completion that we're going through in terms of a humanoid 3D experience. So we have this beautiful 4 of Wands, which to me represents harmony, represents alignment. It can represent, more of a deeper spiritual connection and a completion energy. It's Venus and Aries energy too. So let's get some clarifiers. And I'm just seeing like where they want to take us. They want the Star Tarot. So let's have a look into this and see what we get. I'm just hearing light language a lot tonight. I feel that they really want us to go more otherworldly and to really be tapping into these, whether it's ET or hybrid energies that we have, and these other parts of us or other awarenesses of our multidimensionality. So let's flip these cards over. We've got 5 of the Star Tarot, King of Swords, 2 of Pentacles, 6 of Cups, 5 of Cups, and the Star. This is literally what we were just saying about connecting to other parts of us, really infusing like these other parts of our consciousness. So King of Swords, it's also, this would be like the light language would be the activation. It would be verbally speaking things into existence. So with this, we're actually shifting reality. So if you guys are also light language speakers, I would love to hear in the comments below, like if you feel a connection to where your light language is from, if there's things that are coming through in your activations at the moment. But what we see with this 6 of Cups, this is my card that represents kind of quantum reality. So it's where I talk about the oversoul, connection here on Earth, and then other parallel dimensions or universes, but are still connected to that one soul frequency that we are, but we're having multiple experiences at that same time. So we see 5 of Cups. There is a lot like falling away in our reality at the moment. There's things, it's often known as the card of disappointment. It will have like kidney fear energy to this, or like liver gallbladder energy, which can represent sort of like anger or thievingness, or other deeper emotions that can have a bit of heat to them. What we also see is that looks like loss. So some people might be experiencing like a state of grief and things, but look at the 2 of Cups and the butterflies and the rainbow. It's actually asking us to focus on the other perspective. So why there's this distraction of loss or feeling like things are shifting and changing, there's new opportunities, new connections, new networking, new coming together with people that are more spiritually aligned, is what we're also seeing with this. We see the sun rising over the clouds and over the storm. And I just felt the energy in the room go ultra, ultra quiet. I know this has happened a couple of times lately where spirit starts to whisper and get us to like tune into the frequency. I felt that come up when we're about to talk about the star. This represents hope. It represents better days on the horizon. It represents to me also Pleiadian energy and new growth, new opportunities, new insights, channeling, more kind of infusing and bringing in that ET part of us. So for those of you that are wanting to connect deeper with that ET part of you, I do have the starseed readings. So let's jump back over to this. So we have the consultations at the moment. So yeah, please use Beyond Mystic in all caps when you're booking your session on beyondmystic.net. So you'll see it consultations at the start. You'll also notice that this picture down here, the Beyond Mystic one with Janine and JC, you might see that on another one of the web pages. So that can also be clicked on. So I just want to remind you guys as well, we have the Beyond Galactic show coming up, which will be Friday, Friday, February the 9th, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, which will also be Saturday, 12 p.m. if you're in Australian Eastern Standard Time as well. So let's go into the last oracle card. Oh, and please remember to like, share, and subscribe over on the Beyond Mystic channel. And yeah, remember to check us out on Rumble too. So let's check the last card for the day. And we have the Woodlands Wardens deck, which is by Jessica Rooks. So with this one, how cute is this? We used this, I think, the other week too. Such a beautiful deck. So we had the bear spirit come up this week, and the bear and cedar, which is all about leadership. So I'll just bring that up. Such a beautiful card. So it says the bear and cedar calls us to be powerful but benevolent. Embodying the qualities of great leaders, bears are emperors of the woodlands and guardians of the forest. Paired with cedar, a plant known for its healing and protective and cleansing qualities, this card invites us into a mature authority. So it also represents the spirit of the bear is guiding you to leadership opportunities, reminding you to rule with fairness and with care. So this is also asking us to, on a deeper level, ask how can I be a better leader? Who can benefit from my knowledge and experience? So just looking at like what bear spirit means to you. For some over there in the colder countries and in Canada and the States at the moment, this could also be about hibernation. So yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed tonight or today. And please remember to like, share, and subscribe. And I look forward to seeing you guys on Beyond Galactic, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. All right, on Friday. Okay. Thank you.